Hello, my name is Alex, I'm the Patchwork Nerd, and welcome to week 2 of the accountability vlogs. It's going well, for now. We'll see how the rest of this vlog goes. As you can see, I am at my computer. It is Monday, and it is about 7:30 at night. We have had dinner, my husband and I did a little bit of self-care. I watched an episode of Game Grumps and worked on this. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen the journey of creating my porg out of Legos. This has been a really good system for me with writing. I am working a little bit on the porg, and then I'm writing a little bit, and then I'm working a little bit on the porg, then I'm writing a little bit. I recommend that if you like Legos, or if you want to balance self-care with getting your ish done, this is the way. And I'm sorry that he's headless. I need to get the head done, but I need to get to writing. I wrote this morning, I wrote yesterday evening, and again, it's been going really well. I'm actually writing a scene where my characters are trying on dresses because my story is a dark fantasy and it gets really dark at times, and I decided I need a breath of fresh air, and so do my characters. So they tried on dresses and they're giggling and being adorable, and I have no regrets. I've got my glass of Chianti and I am ready to write. I will report back with how things go. See you in a bit. I just finished a chapter, and now I'm having troubles getting the motivation to start another chapter, but I need to start another chapter because I have so many rewrites to do. It's hitting me how many rewrites I need to do, and then revising on top of it. It's gonna be time consuming. I was just plotting out things in a little more detail on a post-it note, and there's so much to do. I'm getting overwhelmed. Part of me is feeling like 2 months isn't enough time to get this done, but I'm just trying to cool my jet and not put the cart before the horse. One task at a time, and my dog is staring at me. He's in his kennel right across from me, and he looks so sleepy. You guys see him? Is he being cute? I am going to try to start this chapter at least. It is 8:12, so the night is young and I should be writing more. I'm just gonna finish this episode of Game Grumps that I'm watching, and then I'm gonna try to write some more. I've been working all day, so my brain is kind of mushy. If I hit an extreme wall, I might just try to get up earlier tomorrow and write in the morning. There's so much work that needs to be done. Pray for Mojo. I decided to just call it good at finishing that chapter because I'm tired. It's been a long day, my chair is squeaky, and I just needed some self-care. So I finished making this guy. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have witnessed me building him, and he is amazing. I love him so much. I put a rubber band on his tail just because it makes the mouth flap open and close, but the wings go up still. And I just wanted him to not have a gaping mouth all the time. But look at him. He's so gorgeous. Oh, I love him. He was wonderful. And it has been a good night, so I am going to go to bed, and then I am going to get up in the morning and write, and it is going to be awesome. Also, I think I'm going to take a thumbnail shot with him, so. Good morning, it is Tuesday. I knew this was going to happen eventually. I knew eventually I was going to hit some sort of slump with this revision energy I've been feeling, and today and last night, it's finally hit. I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to hopefully ride through it and be okay. I think I overwhelmed myself because I started thinking about just how much I need to get done, especially with all the rewrites I'm doing, and then I have to go through and revise those rewrites, and I think I just overwhelmed myself with thinking too much about my task list instead of just doing my tasks. So I'm trying to figure out how to rewind that and go back to the way things were before, when I was not ignorant, but just slightly blissfully believing in myself. Hopefully I can get back to that energy and the honeymoon is not over. I'm sure things will be fine. I wrote like maybe 100 words this morning of one of my chapters that I'm rewriting. I'm just gonna go to work and hope for the best. Tonight is a new night, and we're just gonna keep plucking along, and it will be okay, maybe, sort of, kind of, hopefully. Hopefully. I will see you guys later tonight. You guys are in my cupboard, so welcome to my cupboard. Please be kind to my dishes. I am just mixing up my coffee, and then I'm heading to work. And I just wanted to let you guys know that writing has not been great the last day or so. I have found ways to counter that because I'm really heavy into needing to do rewrites for acts 2, 3, and 4. All of a sudden it just hit me like, oh my gosh, that's so much rewriting to do. And I have to go through those chapters and make sure they're clean and polished and revised for author mentor match. And I have to do this all by March, and I just started spiraling like crazy about the whole thing. And I finally stopped. I looked at my bullet journal because I made a list of my goals for writing based on the month. And I stopped and looked and I said, your goal for January is to just get acts 1 and 2 ready. 3 and 4 for next month. And that just took so much weight off of me. So much weight. It helped so much to have that physical representation of this is what you need to do. It's not as much as you think, and to just chunk things out and know that you don't have to do the whole thing right now. You don't have to eat the whole pie right now. I love pie, but that's a lot of pie to eat at once. And last night I did some self-care. I baked some blueberry scones, so I'm going to pack one up and bring it to work. And the other thing I did this morning was I watched Alexa Dunn's videos. One second. No, you don't get a scope. My dog just automatically like shot beneath me like, did you drop something? I watched the video that Alexa Dunn has put out discussing what author mentor match is, how it works, and what to expect with it. And that also helped relieve a lot of pressure, because I understand now that it doesn't have to be 1000% perfect. It needs to definitely be clean and polished and ready to go. You're also working on fixing it. So if there's some problems, it's okay. So I recommend, if you're kind of spiraling, look at that video because it helps a lot. And the other thing I did Kim Chance's Twitter chat Chance to Connect last night, and I met some people who have participated in Author Mentor Match. I've been using the Author Mentor Match hashtags in posts sporadically on Twitter, and I've been meeting people who either participated or are planning on submitting, and it's a really great way to meet the community and just get a little more support when you're like me and you spiral when you're left to your own devices. I am going to go to work, and I am going to then come home and I'm gonna live stream tonight. That's the other thing. I think it'll hold me a little more accountable because I'm gonna be writing and revising. I made a list of things that I need to do for Act 1 to polish it and make it prettier. I think I'm gonna work on Act 1 tonight. I'm just not in a writing brand new stuff kind of mood. Gonna focus on that and it should be fun. I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. Oh, my dog's back. Does anyone else find it completely relieving to change scenery when you start feeling stuck? I've been working on putting things together in my bullet journal for what I need to get done this weekend at my desk. I should be feeling better because I broke it down into a nice digestible list, and yet I'm still feeling very overwhelmed. The other day I made a master list of revisions that I need to do. I just feel so overwhelmed. Like, I feel like there is no way I can get this done in 2 months while also working a full-time job and having a life and having a husband and a dog and just all of these things. And it's just, it's becoming a snowball. And I just said to my husband, like, what should I do? What should I work on? I'm lost. And he said, you need to find the smallest thing on your list and do that first, because right now it's just feeling like this big thing and you need to break it down. So I am going to go through my bullet journal and try to find the smallest thing on this list, and hopefully that'll help me feel a little less intense. I'm also going to change things up a little bit. I'm literally changing up with my scenery. I'm in my kitchen at the Peninsula working here, and I also got one of my pretty notebooks, and I think I might either do some rewriting in here or do some like big note taking intensive stuff in here just to give me a different place to do things, because I have been making a list of the big things, like the big items that need to be taken care of in here, but I feel like if I write in this big notebook, I can break down what it is that I need to do to make that thing actually happen. We'll see, and hopefully this anxiety goes away. I'm not gonna say this week hasn't been good. It hasn't been as great as last week, if that makes sense. I just made myself this wonderful white hot chocolate cocoa with salted caramel So hopefully this will help calm down some of my nerves, but I might drink a glass of water at the same time because there's a lot of sugar in here, and I usually don't have a lot of sugar in bulk anymore, so now I feel like I need to always balance it out with water, or else I'm gonna just get completely bouncy off the walls and then crash like a ton of bricks. I'm gonna go work, and hopefully it will all turn out okay, and I will see you guys in a little bit. I know I need to just not take it so seriously, and I need to have fun with this, and it's just so hard at this point for some reason to back myself up and be able to just not overthink it. So I don't know what I need to do. It's almost like I feel like I need someone to tell me it doesn't suck. Because it just, I mean, part of revising is noticing that lots of things are sucking and then making it not. Right now it just feels like literally everything is not good, and I think that's why I'm so overwhelmed. I'm gonna keep going. I need to push through. I know that I need to not push myself too hard to the point that I'm completely ruining the experience for myself, but I know that I'm close to being able to break through whatever this funk is that I'm in right now. I'm going to keep pushing and hope for the best. Alright, are you guys ready to go back in the cupboard? The lighting's not that great, the audio's not that great, but I just wanted to give you guys a final update because I don't want to leave it on the note that the previous clip would have left things on, because I had some developments and I feel like things are improving, and I'm feeling much more optimistic about this week of revisions. So I wanted to give you guys kind of an overview of that before I leave you for the time being. Sorry, I'm nervous because my husband is literally in the living room reading the first chapter of my manuscript right now because I just needed a second set of eyes to look at it. In a minute or two I'll be talking to him about that. And also I asked some friends on Twitter to read my manuscript when I get my revisions a little bit further along, and I had a lot of people say yes, and I wasn't anticipating that, and I'm nervous, but I'm excited, and I'm feeling more motivated. I watched the live stream that Ginger Reads Lainey, Katie Tastic, and Alexa Dunn do every other Sunday, and it was about making goals, and they did talk about revision goals because some of them are in the revising process. For some reason it just made things seem much more possible and made me feel more optimistic about things. Another thing I did is I made a master list breaking down even further the things I need to get done chapter by chapter, and then my husband had the bright idea to put post-it notes over the things that I am not working on, so that way instead of seeing this gigantic list I am only seeing the one part of the task, and it helped me get through chapter 1. And I'm going to revise at least chapter 2 tonight. If I could get chapter 3 done too. You're done? Okay. Alright, if I can get to chapter 3 that'd be even better, but I am going to go talk to my husband about that, and then we're going to eat some spaghetti. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and thank you so much for following another part of my journey. Sorry that this one was a bit more of a roller coaster than last week. I'm happy to say that I'm going into this week feeling much more optimistic than I was yesterday and throughout parts of this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please hit the happy little subscribe button down below, or give this video a like. I post new videos on Mondays, and as always, remember, keep writing, keep laughing, and most importantly, please keep encouraging each other. I will see you next time. Toodles!